Despite being the My Hero Academia fan that I am, I have not been watching Season 4 week to week, because it takes a lot for me to remember to watch something every single week, and because I already know everything that's going to happen, because I'm a super cool manga reader now, I originally decided I'm just going to wait and then I'm going to binge it all at once all the episodes are out. But I can no longer wait. I've been waiting for one specific moment to happen in the anime, and according to my Twitter followers, the moment is happening this week. So I absolutely have to catch up. And as I started my journey of catching up on My Hero Academia Season 4, I have to preface this statement by reminding you that I watch the dub, and that is my personal preference. There's nothing you can do about it. So as I'm sitting there watching My Hero Academia Season 4 in the glorious dub, I couldn't help but think to myself, God, I hope Once Justice 2 gets a dub. And I'm not the only one. It seems like every time I make a Once Justice 2 video, the top comment is, I'm waiting for the dub, I hope we get dub, Night Eye is awesome and all, but I would get rid of him if it means I got dub. Well, I finally decided to dedicate some time to talk about it. Will we actually get My Hero Academia Once Justice 2 dub? Well, to start off this conversation, I do want to remind everyone that Once Justice 1 didn't even have subtitles for battle voice lines. It was one of the biggest glaring issues about the game in my opinion. So honestly, I'll be happy if we get subtitles in battle, but let's just assume that we get that. Can we also expect something like an English dub for the game? Or perhaps I should say, should we be hopeful? Or can we be hopeful for an English dub? I think there is reason to be hopeful. And honestly, I was expecting it, but I'm starting to doubt my hope. I just feel like if it was going to happen, it would have happened already, either through the official reveal trailer, or the English version of the most recent trailer showing off the beginning of the story mode, or even the massive gameplay trailer that was revealed shortly after the initial reveal trailer. And don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of time before launch, and there's still plenty of time for them to reveal said English dub. I'm just less hopeful than I was initially. Once Justice 2 does seem to be delivering for pretty much everything the first game didn't have, things that Bandai Namco evidently realized was an issue about the first game. For example, they conducted a survey almost a year ago now, and that survey was about the first game, but generally these types of surveys are done to collect data for marketing the next game. In said survey, they asked about a collector's edition for the game, since then we've of course had a collector's edition revealed. More interestingly, in that same survey, they asked questions about localization. Most concerning for this video was the last question on that page, which was, would you be interested in English voiceover for the next game? And I love how they just casually implied that there was going to be a second Once Justice game in that question, but people take this information and go on to say things like, well, English dub is definitely coming, or something like, English dub is all but confirmed. And I'm almost right there with you, but this does not mean that for sure. All this survey means is that Bandai Namco was interested in collecting data about that particular topic. That could theoretically mean they're talking about adding dub to the game. Heck, it could even mean that they've already decided to add dub. But it could also mean that they aren't interested in adding dub at all, because maybe it's going to cost them too much money. But in that world, they could ask the question anyway just to collect more data on it, and then reevaluate the numbers once they have all of that extra data, just to double check to make sure if it's going to be a good or bad business decision. And honestly, I don't know if it would be a good business decision from Bandai Namco to actually put English dub in the game. I mean, I'm a fan of the English dub, and I'm very hopeful about the idea of us getting English dub, but even me, someone who prefers the dub, I'm a rare case. I'm going to pre-order the collector's edition of the game already. So at least in my case, Bandai Namco would do nothing but lose money by putting dub in the game. Now, obviously that's not going to be true for everybody, and that's the idea of collecting data like this. That's the explicit purpose they conduct surveys like this. The question for Bandai Namco is, will they be able to pick up enough people who wouldn't otherwise purchase the game, specifically because dub is in the game? And I don't know the answer to that. You don't know the answer to that. Nobody on YouTube knows the answer for that. Very specific people on marketing teams might know the answer to that. But despite all of the information we don't have about this, I'm still a tiny bit hopeful for Once Justice 2 dub. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Are you hopeful about the idea of a Once Justice 2 English dub? Let me know in the comment section below. My name is Bilbzy, and I'll be sure to catch you in the next video. Oh, and happy holidays.